This is actually my third full-year racing. I started racing back in 2018. My dad bought me a car, and we went racing from there all up and down the East Coast. We started out in North Carolina and then branched out and started running national races, and it's a lot of fun. Some places we go, you don't win much, but we're having fun everywhere we go. I can't thank my dad enough. He's the one that makes all this happen. And then my older brother, he throws in a lot of money too, works really hard. Like I said, I'm not the one that won this championship. It's them that won it. I just drive the car every week.
We had a lot of bad luck first part of the season, just had some good luck toward the end of the season, and tore up a bunch of stuff, but I had the good guys at home and always been able to fix it and put it back together. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have won the race.
What would you say about the Halifax racetrack? What is your
It's a great racetrack, great facility. I appreciate everything they do. And I got some great competitors, and everybody runs each other pretty clean.
How do you feel about coming in first place? What is your assessment of the track?
Oh, it's a great track to race at. It's very easy on the equipment, on the tires. Been racing there a long time. The track's changed a little bit, but it's a good place to race. We have a very competitive class in the V8 stock class, and just enjoyed racing with everybody.
It's pretty fun. It's a fun class to me, and I got kids and everything that I have to take care of, so it's a cheaper class that I can afford to run, you know, and it's fun, just as fun as the rest of the classes to me. A lot less money to keep up and upkeep and everything on the car, you know.
What do you think about the track?
I love the track. I've always loved it. It's my favorite track. I ain't really running many tracks, but that's my hometown track from Running Rapids, you know, so I got to thank all my sponsors. SRN Home Improvements, that's my dad. If all your home improvements needs, get with him. Day to night tenting, and also Tort Racing Supply. Thank you all for sponsors.
So the open wheel modifieds is a lot different than most of your other classes. As far as your late models, you know, a lot of people say not everybody can drive a modified. You know, it really takes more than just, you know, driving. So it takes everything to make something happen with one of those cars.
How is the difference between driving on the Halifax track versus the other tracks that you've
So Halifax is more of a smaller track versus Virginia Motor Speedway, which is our home track. So not as much room to move around. You know, it sometimes can be not, you know, if there's a wreck, it's not as much room to move around. You got to make room where there isn't room. If that makes sense.
This is my third full year on dirt. Third year on dirt.
What made you get into racing?
I've always loved it. I used to run some asphalt stuff, and got hooked up with Michael, and I got a dirt car.
Speaking of Michael, how do you feel about racing on this track versus any other track you've raced on?
I love this little bull ring is what they call it. I love it down here. It's a fun place to run.
Anybody want to thank?
Michael Rouse Racing Engine, ABC Roofing, Thompson Arms, and Kurt Harden. My granddaddy and my dad.
So what's your plans for the future?
We're going to stay in Pure Stock 4 next year and try and do it again.
Jason Adams, 44, Limited Sport.
Why that car?
Why that car?
Why that class?
I was asked to step up and get in it. First year. Never run Limited Sports, never run a V8 on dirt. I always run 4 cylinders.
What's the difference?
And I got offered to ride, and we jumped on board and got it. A lot more power, a lot more car.
So, for you being in this year, what did you learn from this year and how are you going to take that into next season?
Throttle control. Throttle control. A lot of technicalities in the car, not just slamming it down in there and driving it. So we've been improvising and learning every week. So moving on to the next one.
Who's your biggest nemesis so far that you figured out? The biggest person that you competed with that you like?
I ain't really. I mean, we've had a lot of competitions from a bunch of different ones. I mean, it's a tough class. I mean, it's really tight from one to the back. You know, if you slip, they're on you. So it's really one half dozen to the other. It's just who's behind you that day.
Okay, limited sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
The question is, watching limited sports, when you cover guys come around turn 3 before that, coming up that backstretch, hit turn 3, what's going through your mind when you have to try to get somebody like this? What's going through your mind when you have to keep to hit that?
Then it becomes a drag race instead of a round track race. You got to get them to the other end first. And then you got to worry about something breaking you going off the wall like I did in turn 1.
Y'all start off with like 9, maybe 10 cars on the track. But we never finished with that big.
Nope.
When you're out there racing, I guess from a competitive standpoint, what goes in your mind? Are you trying to take off and hold the lead, or are you trying to, what goes through your mind with that?
I'm trying to make it to the end of the race. Some of them don't think like that, but that's what I'm trying to do. Make it the whole 15 laps.
And when you hit those turns, like turn 3, I've noticed, turn 4, members you don't seem to have a lot of caution. Is there something unique about turn 4?
Not really. I think turn 2 is more unique.
I'm going to say 2 and 4, but
because the back straightaway wall kind of steps out a little bit, so you got to be cautious when you come off that corner.
So how is running in Halifax versus other tracks? What difference do you see in do you like Halifax or not?
Yes, I love the new ownership. Travis, Michael does a good job. I like to thank all of them for giving us a place to run every week. And yeah, I love going to Halifax, good track.